Hi there, magnificent souls. This is going to be your What You Need to Know video series. This is for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is just going to be whatever messages want to come through from Spirit. It is what you need to know. Um, this can reveal someone's thoughts and feelings. It can reveal obstacles or blocks or important spiritual information for you. I'm going to try to relay this in a way that really speaks to many of you guys. I know some of you guys are on different cycles in your journey. Cross watchers, you're most definitely welcome here. Keep in mind that the energies can be reversed. I just got a comment from someone, and she looked at the Taurus video. She's obviously cross watching and wanted to know, well, why isn't it the partner? Why is it always our fault? And I had to tell her the energies can't be reversed. It can be interchangeable. Sometimes you will watch a reading that says Taurus, and let's just say Taurus, for example. You're a Taurus, but I'm talking about your person, even if I'm saying it's a Taurus, because you may not be one of the Tauruses that's doing, whatever I'm talking about in a reading. So please keep that in mind. That please look at the reading objectively, okay? So let's get started. As I was shuffling, this card came out, the Thinking Woman in reverse. And, I thought about, what is a common trait for Virgo? Because this is a Virgo card for me. For me as a reader, it's also an air sign card. It's thinking, right? Well, I thought about what Virgos do the best, and it's thinking. But what Virgos also do is they overanalyze, and they could be overly analytical, so they can think themselves into a migraine. Bottom of the deck, strategy. Yeah, you're thinking and thinking about a plan or a strategy. But what came to mind for me is that there is something that you can't remember. And then I thought about amnesia, immediately channeled amnesia, but this is selective amnesia because it's not that you can't remember everything. It's something that you just can't remember. And I feel like the strategy card is it's like journaling. This card also represents journaling. It represents writing. I think that somebody has a block, like they're writing down something, but there's something that they just can't remember, or someone's journaling to help them to work through traumatic events that they have suppressed. It's cognitive, disassociative type of energy. So there could be a disassociative amnesia, which is the same thing as selective amnesia, right? And this could be you, this could be your person. There could be something that is coming to the surface for you to identify. This is a 3. And every time I think about 3s, I think about the hangman. I think that there's somebody taking, and the hangman is a very spiritual card, by the way, but I think that there is somebody reflecting heavy, right? Thinking heavily about a situation, but they may have looked at you as this thinking woman in reverse, and as somebody that had a strategy, but you may have had nothing but good intentions. It feels like somebody you were connecting to made some sort of assumption about you, or they remembered the situation all wrong. So they may have been pointing blame, or this could be you. So they made you out to be the bad guy, basically. Right? Something like that. They remember what they want to remember, or there is some sort of selective amnesia going on here. Somebody has experienced something very traumatic, and it's like being abused. And I'm sorry, because I know that's a sensitive topic, but let's just say there was some sort of abuse and someone has suppressed this, right? Disassociated from it. Yeah, so that's coming up. I'm not going to go deep into that because I know that is for some people a trigger. But somebody here has experienced something very traumatic in childhood. They forgot about it. It's suppressed, and they're acting out based on that suppressed emotion, or something is triggering this repressed memory. They're being reminded of it. Someone may be dreaming about it. Something may come up, and this is creating some sort of issue here, and it's affecting a family. We have victory as your outcome. Beautiful. We have the sun. So clarity. Whatever is being repressed, whatever is forgotten, there's an awakening to it. Okay, there's an awakening to whatever this is, this selective amnesia. It's a traumatic memory that can be wiped out. Okay, it could be forgetting only some parts of an event during a certain period of time, or only part of a traumatic event. And this is a way that it's almost like you're doing this to protect yourself from this memory or this event, not to not be able to relive it. I want to say literally that somebody here needs to stop replaying an event in their mind over and over and over again, and you need to intentionally, selectively stop remembering something, because it's holding you back from being able to have a victory. Okay? Something bad happened and you just can't get your mind off of it. You're clinging on to a situation or a memory, okay? Or someone that doesn't want to come out of their comfort zone. They don't want to relive a situation. They don't want to be triggered. They don't want to bring up something painful. And because of this, this has caused somebody to close off. This has caused somebody to shut down. This has caused somebody to disassociate. So there's mental illness here. For somebody, you could be connecting with someone that is dealing with some sort of mental illness. I feel like someone is blocking out certain information, but it's preventing them from having healing, okay, or healing properly. Clarify the third chakra. So there's a need for someone to, we have stability, harmony, get back into balance, and to stop avoiding something very painful from their past. I feel like somebody's going through therapy or needs to see a therapist. See, avoidance of some sort of past suffering. Somebody is having a hard time finding stable moments or peaceful moments, or they're wanting to keep in the state of harmony, but either you're on the side of suppression. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to keep thinking about this. Or you're on the other end of the spectrum where you keep thinking about it and you keep thinking about it and you keep thinking about it. So you need to determine what side you're on. Are you suppressing it? Is it too painful? Yeah, it's too painful. Something is triggering a memory here. Sun, clarity, truth, or something that somebody is blocking out and trying to make disappear, something that they thought that nobody would ever find out, a secret. I don't want her to really know, who I really am, or I don't want him to know, because if he finds out, right, that I'm not perfect, that I have this issue, she's not going to want me. Somebody is afraid. She finds out who I really am, and there's a term for this, and it's called imposter syndrome. If they find out about me, yeah. This is victory. I'm using a different deck for the outcome. Yeah. We have perseverance, and we have lessons of Jupiter. So Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Jupiter shows up in your chart where there needs to be expansion, where there needs to be an awakening, right? Jupiter rules the ninth house, and the ninth house is about spirituality. It's about seeing a bigger picture, right? It's about seeking truth. There is an obstacle that you've been through, but it was a blessed opportunity, because Jupiter brings in a blessing in disguise. You're hitting in something that somebody's trying to forget. Somebody is trying to run away from a memory or some sort of event, and they're trying to sweep it under the rug. Or others of you, this event that has happened to you is coming up. I'm hearing hypnosis. I'm hearing quantum hypnosis. I'm hearing therapy. I'm hearing light therapy, Reiki, energy healing. Okay, lots of different modalities. Someone is seeking support or healing. Jupiter says align and demonstrate and express the new values and beliefs. A lot of you guys, this selective amnesia has to do with a belief system. Somebody believes something to be true or remember something a certain way that's not true. They've convinced themselves that this is what this is why this happened, or this is how it happened. Is that really how it happened? Okay. So we have assistance with someone making a decision, overthinking. Deception. Okay, let's work with these here. Clarify comfort zone. Yeah. Unexpected. So this is the traumatic event, Tower. Something from childhood for some of you guys, or a relationship becomes tumultuous. There's a breaking up of a connection with someone very important, very significant, like a parent. Unexpected people, events, messages, travel, or situations here. Bottom of the deck, there's too much distance, ghosting, abandonment. There we go. Okay, we have abandonment. Somebody felt abandoned. Somebody was ghosted. Somebody walked away from a situation. Okay. But something is triggering someone to the point where they have some sort of physical addiction, emotionally addictive thoughts, or other negative patterns of behavior. I'm definitely feeling the emotionally addictive thoughts here with the thinking woman in reverse, and this is a woman. Clarify, thinking woman in reverse. You were ghosted. Yeah. Okay, or you had to leave, you had to run away from a situation, distance yourself, retreat now for self-care. Yeah, you had to pull away for healing. Something traumatic took place. Some of you guys, this is a third-party situation. Somebody was in an unhappy family. You met somebody, you had a connection with this person. There was a purpose behind this. But this person says, I'm not leaving my family for you. Boom. Trigger. This person says, or someone that you broke up with, you had a divorce with, or they left you, you were separation. This person says, can we try again? Boom, trigger. How is the Aquarius being triggered? Guilt, shame. This is all coming to the surface for cleansing. And you're wondering, but why? Right? Why is this coming to the surface? For some of you guys, these repressed emotions or patterns of behavior are being triggered because there's just a deep imprint in your soul, right? Your soul map. There's an imprint, and the imprint is of guilt and shame. Something's shameful, okay, or something you see as very shameful, or your person had something, they went through something that was shameful. And one of the big things that came to mind was trauma and abuse, right? Sexual, physical, emotional abuse, okay? Somebody experienced something very traumatic that they tried to repress, and they disassociated it, or they are, there's something with their behavior now as an adult that has to do with this abandonment, right? And we know this very well. We know, if you've dealt with an unavailable man, you know that this person, this is something that's been developed through a lot of abandonment issues or an abandonment wound. Unavailable people, emotionally unavailable people who deal with abandonment sometimes will be very closed off and will have a fear of being vulnerable. They'll sabotage their relationships, right? And they'll push people away on purpose, etc. Or this could translate as fear of rejection, where you find yourself overcompensating in your relationships, going above and beyond to keep people from leaving you. Don't leave me. And then you tend to accept less than you deserve. So there is some sort of patterning or something that is being addressed here, but it's through an experience here that's triggering you. A lot of guilt and shame is coming to the surface. If we think about it in a metaphysical way, shame and guilt sometimes materialize in a physical form as a physical dis-ease. or as an unhealthy attachment, or we call that entanglement, right? You entangle because on a molecular level, there is something that is being expressed through you, and it usually shows up as an addiction. Okay, so usually people that are dealing with shame, guilt, they tend to be more inclined to have addictions, to drink, to smoke, right? Why do people drink and smoke and try to escape? Because they're trying to run away from something, they're trying to suppress something, right? If you're a weed smoker, why do people smoke weed, right? Because they're trying to calm their monkey mind. They're trying not to think about something, and it calms them down. And people drink and they become inebriated because they can't deal with something very painful. So I'm talking about a family unit being affected by alcoholism, addiction, abandonment, and somebody here who has experienced this type of trauma, even abuse, okay, is now in their adulthood learning how to break free of this particular patterning. So I'm definitely seeing y'all connecting to someone with addictions, or you've struggled with some sort of addiction. And this can include food if you're not a drinker or a smoker. This can include sex, pornography. This can include hoarding, OCD. Okay, people hoard. I've seen shows on YouTube where there's people that haven't cleaned their house in years, and they got to hire maids to scrape 3 pounds of shit off of the toilet bowl. So I've seen all kind of manifestations of this. Okay, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it can manifest in lots of different ways, right? But it is an illness, right? Somebody is having a hard time coping through something very traumatic, and they're dealing with it in a very unhealthy way. But the selective amnesia part comes in, where whatever it is that they're selectively not trying to remember, whether this be intentionally or just, unintentionally, it doesn't really matter. That particular thing is being triggered now, so that someone can deal with it. And that's causing someone to become very unstable. Either it's causing someone to feel stuck, where they're not communicating at all. So this is someone that is going into they're going into the hermit mode, but it's unhealthy. It's like someone that becomes a hermit and a loner. They isolate themselves. People don't hear from them. So those friends that you call, you haven't heard from, and they basically just ghost. This is this energy. Ghosting of all forms. Okay, your reading is a little bit deeper, because I'm not just seeing this as being a lover. I'm seeing that you're doing this. Somebody watching this is doing this shit. I've done it before. I've gone months and I ain't spoke to any of my family members because I was going through something, and I couldn't find the strength and the energy to talk. I didn't want to talk to nobody. And that's just my coping mechanism. But everybody's coping mechanism here is different. Some people smoke. Some people go out and they have sex with multiple people. Some people do drugs. Whatever it is, it's unhealthy. Okay? But the good news is that in your retreat, right, while the situation is, whatever is triggering you, while you're being triggered, it's forcing you into this energy of self-care. It's forcing you into this energy of doing the work. And the work is whatever the work means for you, right? Because the work is not easy. If you ever been to the dark night of the soul or done shadow work, okay, and like I said, and they're saying that the masculine, for some of you guys, is a masculine energy that's going through this. There's a transmutation here. And this is something, for some of you guys, this goes as deep as cleansing ancestral inherited karma or a pattern, right? What you guys sometimes call a generational curse, right? Something that they've learned through multiple incarnations or conditioning through the way they were brought up. Somebody is being forced into isolation in order for them to face themselves. Spirit says you can't fucking run away from this And a lot of you guys, this person is selectively trying to forget their own behavior, their own suffering, and they're drowning themselves in their sorrows, and they're drinking. Look at this bottle. Some of you guys, this is a message in a bottle. That's symbolic for somebody. That's just for somebody that has heard that message in a bottle. Okay, this is just a confirmation for you. But somebody is drowning in their sorrows. Instead of them facing this suffering, facing what they've done, facing themselves, they're drinking and drinking themselves to death, right? Or smoking or whatever it is that they do. And they're not talking to you. And but they want to talk to you. They want to offer you a new beginning, but they fear being rejected. And they know that that would be their karma. They're in this energy of loss. They're grieving, they're mourning. And it is the fact that you moved on, okay, or you had to go into self-care. You could be this feminine that had to pull away from this addiction of ruminating over this person, focusing on this person, crying over this person, right? We have trust. So the universe says we have a plan. So you're getting justice, okay? Because someone selectively try to forget you, right? They try to move on from you. They distance themselves from you. They avoided you. They ghosted you. They didn't speak to you while you were suffering. They left you for fucking dead. And now they're stuck, right? So all that selective amnesia, right, is coming back for them, or coming back to haunt them. I'm starting to understand this connection. Some of you guys, this person says, before I shuffle and show you this card that flip, some of you guys, this person says, I know I was a distraction from your pain. For some of you guys, there were. Some of you guys, this was an addiction. This was part of this unhealthy coping. Others of you guys, this person says, I need to heal. Yes, so if you have not heard from this person, if it has been a long time, your person's going through something. Your person is having a breakdown, but it is for their breakthrough. Your person may be seeking help, AA meetings, therapy. There's somebody here that needs help. Okay. I want you, and I can't stop thinking about you. Of course not. Look, sometimes I stay awake thinking they're being reminded of you. So that selective amnesia they had, I could walk away. I could move on without you. I don't need you. I don't want you. Yeah. Somebody gets to live with the fact that they took you for granted. Someone gets to live with the fact that they left you for dead. They left you. They hurt you. And they get to live with the fact that they missed an opportunity. And they get to live with the fact that that was their loss. But I see you being victorious because you are overcoming. Because you're forgiving your past. You're healing your heart. Okay. Some of you guys, this was a trigger for you to clear that energy. This was a trigger for you to clear what was being repressed. Okay. This was an opportunity for you to express yourself, to speak about it, to write about it, to heal it, right? So I feel like a lot of modalities are being used, spiritual, a lot of meditating, a lot of journaling, a lot of writing, a lot of working on yourself. Okay, physically, mentally, emotionally. I see you guys being doing self-care, self-love. I see you guys writing blogs. I see you guys starting a new diet regimen, losing weight. I see you guys really leveling up when it comes to inner work. I see you guys overcoming physical dis-ease, mental dis-ease, and emotional imbalance. I see you guys really putting in the work, really healing from a situation that was very hard. And it is going to be a lot of unpacking and offloading. And this is stemming from childhood trauma. You attracted somebody that was meant to teach you. And this teaching, okay, is a blessing in disguise, because whatever this is, it's going to be used to help somebody else. Or it's just going to be your opportunity for freedom and your breakthrough. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, if you found that this had something that helped you with a situation or gave you some enlightenment about something you've been going through, please leave me a comment. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Yeah, this one was a little deep, okay? There's a lot of energy that I'm picking up, and it could be the feminine or the masculine, but I want you to understand that whatever it is that you're longing for, whatever it is that is happening here, it is for your highest good. A lot of you guys are walking away and having a separation, and you're transcending an obstacle. You're leaving behind an abusive partner, or a partner that has experienced mental illness or has some sort of mental challenges due to their experiences, PTSD. A lot of that is coming up, male or female. And I see that you are seeking help, okay? Or you're helping this person seek help. A lot of you guys are coming out of a situation where you have been abused by a partner, and you're freeing yourself from this abusive person. And I congratulate you, okay? And if this is the other person, your victory is not showing me that you're going to reconcile. I mean, I do see that there could be a new phase, okay, for people that are in separation. But I feel like the basis of this reading, that is your victory, is that you are freeing yourself, okay, from something that has been binding you, that changed you to an experience. You're finally finding freedom. You're finally feeling like you can overcome something very painful. And this is a victory for you, because this is something you've been struggling with for the better part of your adult life. A lot of you guys, if this is love and you were connecting to people that were reflecting these very deep wounds within you, and this trauma has been repressed, this person triggered the trauma out of you, but you are walking into a space where you are meeting someone new, somebody that is coming up as a more balanced, suitable partner. This is your justice. You're having an opportunity in love. And I see you being very grateful. Okay, I see you being very abundant. So if you were experiencing lack or imbalance when it came to love situations, if you were feeling alone, right, and you were coping and you were isolating yourself because you could not get over something painful, I see you having a victory. And I see you finally breaking free of that painful experience, and you're having a victory where you're meeting somebody new. And whatever you thought was impossible, you are recognizing that it is possible for you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.